Good morning, Year 6. Okay, today we're going to do a lesson on multiplying by 10, 100 and 1000. So the first thing I'd like you to do is have a go at answering these 9 questions. So pause the video and have a go at answering them, please. Okay, fantastic. We'll mark them and see how you did, because if you've got all these right, you probably don't need to watch the rest of the video. But if you've not got some of them right, we'll have a look at how to answer them. So first one, 2.5 times 10 would be 25. The next one, 14.26 times 10 again. So we're moving everything one place and it would be 142.6. Number 3, this time we're timesing by 100. We know with 10 it moved one place. This time it's moving 2 places, so we've got 2 zeros. So you would have got 78. If you have put 078, technically you're not wrong, but we don't only write the number 078, we just write 78. So if you've got that, don't worry, but try. And for the others, you don't need the 0 on the front. Number 4, 1.2 times 100. So again, we're moving 2 places. So we would get 120. This time we do need the 0 in, so we can't just leave it blank. This one, we're up to 3.45 times 1,000. As you can see, there are 3 zeros. We're moving 3 places. Your answer would be 3,450, which makes sense. If you had 3 lots of 1,000, it'd be 3,000. So it makes sense. It is 3,000 something. Okay, 62.13 times 1,000 again is 62,130. This one, I've got 0.148 again times 1,000, so it's 3 places. So remember from last time, you don't want the 0 on the front, would just be 148. Number 8, I've got 0.47 times 10. We've covered part of the answer there. It would be 4.7. And times 100, we're going to move 2 places, so it should be 568.1. So if you got those right, or mostly right, then you can go straight to the work. However, if you've got some of those wrong or just want to recap, stay with us and watch the video. So I'm looking at my number. So I've drawn it on the grid with counters. So I've got 3.6 times 10. So I know times by 10, I'm going to get bigger. So all my numbers are going to move up. So I'm going to select my 3 ones, times them by 10, they're going to move up the column. Then I'm going to get my 6 tenths, times it by 10, they are moving up the column. So I now have the answer, got 3 10s and 6 ones, so it is 36. However, rather than trying to do all that moving of things in my head, the way I do it, I kind of cheat, because I know the numbers move. It's so much easier to move the point. So I know I want to get bigger, so I know which way it's going to go. So what I do is I imagine this point is going to move, and it's going to move one place. So I know my point can't really move, it's my numbers, but I can imagine it. Then it's easier. That point is gone from the middle of the 3.6 to the end to make 36, which is my answer. Okay, go back to my 3.6. This time I'm timesing by 100. So again, I'm going to select my 3 and timesing by 100, so I'm moving 2 columns, 1 for each 0. 1, 2. Then I'm going to get my 0.6 and I'm going to move that 1, 2 columns. So now I've got 3 hundreds, I've got 6 tens, and I've got nothing in these. However, I do need something in my ones column or my units column. Can't ever have that blank, so I'm going to put 0 in there. So if I have a look at it on here with my cheating method, so I'm going to move it 2 places, my point. I'm going to go 1 and then 2 and put my point there. Can't leave the gap. I'm just going to write it underneath. I've got my 3, I've got my 6, and in my gap I need to put 0. So my answer is 360. I always check, does that make sense? 3 times 100 would be 300. That does make sense. 3.6 times 100 is 360. Okay, this time 1,000. I've got 3 zeros, so I'm going to move 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Get my 0.6 and move it 1, 2, 3. Nothing in there, nothing in there. So I've got 3,000, 600s, no tens, no ones. So it will be 3,600. Again, I can use my cheat method. So I've got my 3.6, and move it 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. Write it underneath. 3, 6, and then 0, 0, and I get the same answer. Right. Okay, let's try this one. 202.1 times 10. There's 1 0, so I'm moving them 1 space. So I'm going to get my 2, move 1 space. I'm going to get this 2, move 1 space, and get that 1 and move 1 space. Thousands, I've got 2,000, 0 hundreds, 2 tens, and 1 unit. Do it on here. Move my point, 1 space goes that way, so I've now got a point on the end. So I've got 2, 2, 1. With a point on the end, but we don't put that one in, do it. Okay. This time, I've got something that I want to times by 10. First thing I'm going to do is write my number before I times it. So I've got 1 10, no units, and 3 tenths. So I've got 10.3. I'm going to imagine them all moving up. I'm getting quite good at this now, so I don't actually need to do my moving up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my cheat method. So I'm going to move that point there. That point has moved from there. So I've got 1, 0, 2 is my answer. Okay, this time I'm times it by 100. So again, I've got my 10.3. So put in here my 10.3. Sorry, that says 8. 10.3 times 100. Going to move my points 2 places. 1, 2. It goes there, so I will need to put 0 in that gap. I've got 1 out, 3 out. If I want to move them up, I can do. So I can check where to go. So move in 2 places. 1, 2, and put my 0 in. You might want to draw out this. This is what we would use at school. It would give you it, help. Or you might you might not need it, but have a go at these 3 questions. Pause me while you try those. Okay, let's see how you got on. Got 24.3. I'm going to put them in 20, 1, 2, 3, 4.3, 1, 2, 3. Move that. Get to times by 10. So I'm going to grab all of those and I'm going to do it in one go. Move. Great. So I've got 2 hundreds, 4 tens, and 3 ones. My answer is 243. Okay, 4.25 times 1,000. So I can get rid of some of these. Let's put some down here. So I've got 4 ones. So let's put those together. 4.25. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1,000. So I'm going to move them 3 spaces for my 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Taking the answer with me, never mind. So I've got 4,000, 200s, 5 tens, and 0 ones. Answer is 4, 2, 5, 0. I'll put that one in back in 243. 0.2 times 100. I'm going to sneak it in here. So I'm going to do it 2 spaces, 1, 2, and that will give me obviously a 0 in there. So it's 0, 20. But I know I don't need that 0 in front, so I'm just going to rub that out, and my answer is 20. I hope that helps. Have a go at the worksheet, and if you are struggling, please get in touch. Thank you.